Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Okay, first and foremost, I apologize for being missing in action. I have just been so preoccupied with several things for the past few weeks. I have been meeting with clients, I have personal things I've been handling, and something has been preoccupying me for the past week. If you follow me on Instagram, I posted there a few days ago. I was playing Assassin's Creed Origins. Yep, I am a gamer. It just recently came out, not so long ago, probably October 26th. We've just been glued to our screen trying to finish some challenges. Last November 7th, Ubisoft came out with this online Trial of the Gods thing wherein you can fight Anubis, the god of... a god in Egypt. With this trial, you can get bits and pieces of the legendary armor. Is it armor or suit of Anubis? So it's a legendary outfit that you get piece by piece. You have 4 trials, I believe. And we got a sword of Anubis, if that's what you call it. You only have a limited amount of time to do that because they're only making it available for like 7 days. You need to level up your character because when I saw the challenge, it said your character should be a suggested level of 40. We were level 18 when we found out about that. So we took this whole week to just level up our assassin. His name is Bayek of Siwa. We did it at level 39, but it doesn't change the fact that we started at level 18 and then we ended up at level 39. Do the math, that was like 21 levels in 1 week. Yep, and by the time this video goes live, we're probably doing the 3rd Trial of the Gods already, so yeah, this video is officially light years late. It was a pretty hard challenge and we just lost sleep over that. We've been sleeping at 2-3 a.m. because of that. That explains why I have like crazy big eye bags that I needed to conceal so much. So yeah, anyway, such a long intro. Today's video is going to be a little bit more of a how-to / review on the StylPro. If you guys remember, I bought this when I went to Eastern Europe. I saw this in one of their Sephora looking stores. It's called Douglas, and then I picked this one up because I saw a video on how this one works and I was curious to try it because it is a brush cleaner and dryer at the same time. Later on, I'm going to show you a demo on how I use the StylPro, how I clean my brushes with the StylPro, and I'm gonna let you know whether it is a worth investment after the demo, so just stick around if you want to watch how I use the StylPro, how I clean my brushes with the StylPro. So here we have the setup that I usually do whenever I use my StylPro to clean my brushes. So I have the bowl. I have already connected the ring and the neck to the bowl. I have my StylPro. This is the one that turns the brushes whenever you switch this button on. This is a spindle. This is the one that you connect to the StylPro. And also we have the base with the 8 colors in it. You select the size of the color that you use with your brushes, depending on the size of your brush, of course. And then the package also comes with StylPro Makeup Brush Cleanser. They have 2 sachets. I haven't really used this one yet because I do not know whether this one is easily accessible. I just know that you can buy this off of their website and I haven't checked that one out. But I have also used my regular baby shampoo with it, and this is pretty much what I use whenever I clean my brushes. So let's get started. So I already filled the bowl with the water and the shampoo. Now you have to remember that whenever you fill this with water, you make sure that it does not go past half of the length of the brush that you're trying to clean. Say for example this one. It's pretty hard to tell, but it's not going to cover half of the bristles of this brush. It's always good practice to remember not to wet the metal ferrule of your brush because this one contains the glue that holds your bristles together. So make sure the level of the water is a little bit less than half of the length of the bristles of the brush that you're trying to clean. So I'm going to take this stippling brush and select the color that best fits the size of the handle of your brush. This brush fits this color best, so I'm going to just shoot that in. Make sure it's snug. You take off the color off of the base. Okay, I'm really struggling because I'm only using one hand. Obviously, I'm using my other hand for the camera. So now you have the color around the brush handle. Get the spindle and insert it at the end of the color. So now that you have inserted the spindle, next you take your StylPro and you see the hole right here. That's where you put the spindle. Now that we got that in, make sure that your brush and the StylPro is aligned in a straight line. Because if it's not in a straight line and you dip your brush in and it starts spinning, it would have a tendency to wobble around and it might damage the brush and the unit, so you have to be careful with that. Okay, so let's start spinning. First thing that you do is dip your brush into the solution. Loosen up the bristles first.
you have to determine whether you are cleaning something that is water soluble or non-water soluble. Non-water soluble ones are foundation, concealers, you know, those creamy stuff. Powder products are usually water soluble, so this one I just used this with a primer. I think this would be water soluble enough. Let's see. It wasn't that thick anyway. So what you do is first you dip your brush in and out for 5 seconds to loosen up the bristles, and then once you've done that, press the switch on. The switch is all the way up here, and then watch what happens. So that, my friends, is what happens when you clean your brushes with the StylPro. Make sure to keep your brushes at a certain level. Like you see what just happened. When you push it down too much, tendency is it would knock against the base of the bowl. That can probably damage the brush. Just keep it a little bit higher so they don't hit the bottom of the bowl. Right? Now that you have cleaned that up, let the residue drip a bit, and the instruction says leave it hovering like this and then turn on the switch once more. This is the process that would dry your brush. Do it in intervals of 10 seconds so that you do not damage the brush too much, because it spins really fast and the bristles get really stressed. So this is how the brush is going to look like after you have done your first round of drying. Oh, that looks funny. And if you want to dry it a little bit more, just repeat the same process. Do it for another 10 seconds until you reach the level of dryness that you desire. And look at that, it's really clean already. This is what happens after you've cleaned your brushes with the StylPro. And now it's ready to be used once more. Just make sure that you reshape your brushes just so it won't fray out badly like that, you know? And once you're done, you can just take this off, disassemble it once more, and then remove the spindle from the collar. Please excuse the noise that you hear. I'm currently in my bathroom and the window is open. I cannot close it because it's far too high. It's a hassle. So anyway, I got my spindle off, and then this is the hard part. I'm just going to take the color off camera because it really requires 2 hands. Okay, so now that we've done the cleaning for water-soluble products, let us try it with a non-water soluble product. So this is my buffing brush. I use it for foundation and concealer in cream form and also liquid form. And we're going to try and using the StylPro to clean the gunk out of this brush. The same process, we're just going to select the color that best fits this brush handle at least. So I think I'm going to try it with this color. It's a little bit loose, but I'm not sure if it will fit this one. I might end up damaging it if I force it inside. So let's go for this one. With a non-water soluble product, you might want to add a little bit more cleaning agent to it. I'm just going to take my regular baby shampoo and put a little bit more in that. I do not really take note of how much I put in it. I just want it to be clean. Cleaning brushes is really hard work, you know? So later, after I finish this video, I'm going to give you my reviews and my thoughts on whether or not the StylPro is worth it as a brush dryer and cleaner at the same time. But before that, I'm going to do a demo. You guys have a StylPro so that you know how to use this one without having to read through the really long instruction list that I'm not even gonna bother. So to save you some time, I'm going to tell you how to use the StylPro. Just watch this video. Working with one hand is really hard work. Let's do this. We take... Did you just see what happened? That means this color is a little too big for this brush. We need to change the color. I'm gonna go with this color now because I have to. Okay guys, I struggle a little bit back there because the color doesn't really fit this brush handle perfectly, and this one, as we tried, it has been proven to be a little too loose for this brush handle. So it squeezed itself into this brush color. Let's just hope it works. I tried my best to keep it at a straight line just so it won't wobble, but let's see. Okay, so I'm just going to speed up this part a little bit because if I don't, it's going to take super long. And I'm just doing the same thing as I did with the previous brush that I showed you. And I forgot to mention that you should dip your brush up and down because doing so would loosen up the bristles and clean it out a little bit better. If one round of cleaning for you is not enough, you can just repeat the same process and just make sure that you do this in intervals of 10 seconds to not damage the bristles of the brush too much. So that's 2 rounds of cleaning done, and now for the drying. If you follow the instructions, it would tell you to keep your brush hovering above liquid level and just continue spinning, but I am a little bit OC when it comes to cleaning my brushes. I do not like any traces of soap suds in them.
So I'm gonna rinse the bristles under running water just to get rid of the excess soapiness. And you can probably already tell that despite 2 rounds of cleaning, there are still traces of foundation left in the brush. I'm not sure whether I need a stronger cleaning agent, but I don't have any of that now, so let's just hope for the best. So now we're in the drying process, and just the same thing as I showed you in the previous demo, I'm just repeating the same thing for this brush. So I put this brush under one drying cycle and figured that it was still a little bit damp, so I decided to put it on another cycle just to dry out the bristles a little bit more. Because the bristles are a lot denser in this brush, it is totally understandable that it would take a longer time to dry despite using the StylPro. So I'm just going to leave this on the brush stand and let it dry on its own.
So we have done 2 face brushes so far. For my last brush that I'm going to clean, let us try it out with an eyeshadow brush. This one is made of goat hair, I believe. I actually fear using the StylPro with this because you just saw how it spins it out like crazy. Let's just try using the StylPro with this one eyeshadow brush. Damn, that is crazy. Reshape your brush. This is actually a blending brush that now looks like a broomstick. So my suggestion, if you do not want your brush to fray like this, you might just want to use your regular brush egg cleaner. These things. It's called a brush egg. And you just use this with your eyeshadow brushes because obviously the centrifugal force, I can't believe I just said that, will make it look like this. If you accidentally use your StylPro with the eyeshadow brushes that you own, I think that the best way for you to put back its shape is to just wet it and then let it dry on your drying stand. That way it's not going to fray out like this because this is gonna hurt. Okay guys, so that was the demo for how to clean your brushes with the StylPro. I did it with 2 face brushes and 1 eyeshadow brush. Now let me give you my thoughts on the StylPro. So first of all, it claims that it is a brush dryer and a cleaner at the same time. Yes, I do believe that it cleans out your brushes, but it doesn't clean it out like squeaky clean. You can use a StylPro if you're in a rush. Say for example, all these brushes that you use, you need to use them again immediately. Then you can turn to the StylPro for a quick brush cleaning and drying session. It would clean out your water-soluble residue from your brushes. I still prefer using the brush egg whenever I want something to be really clean, spotless, and perfect to be used for another gig or another client, and that's just me. If you don't have that much of a product on your brush, then you can definitely just use your StylPro to clean the brushes. But again, if you have a brush that you need to clean out non-water soluble materials, definitely suggest that you just go with your regular brush egg. It gets the gunk out of your brushes better than a StylPro would. Now, in terms of drying the brushes, I definitely think it helps with the drying because it will take me overnight to dry out the brushes for me to be able to use them again. But with a StylPro, it would really dry out your brushes in an instant. Like, in an instant. The drying time, however, would differ whether your brush is something that's not as dense as this one, or if your brush is a little bit more dense, like the one I showed you a while ago, the foundation brush, the buffing brush like this. A denser brush would definitely take more time to dry, but compare the drying time of your brush when you use a regular brush egg and a drying stand, and you compare it with drying it with your StylPro, definitely you are going to love the StylPro if you need to dry your brushes in an instant. So what are the best brushes that are recommended to be used with a StylPro? I would definitely say face brushes that have a little bit more density to them. Probably not these kinds, because this one is obviously synthetic fibers and you use this for liquids and creams, so you would want to use just your regular brush egg with that. But if your bristles look like this, a little bit dense, and something that looks like this one as well, I would definitely recommend using face brushes with the StylPro, and I would not recommend using the StylPro with your eye brushes. Although it gives you a lot of shapes for the color, which means you can use this for an eyeliner type of brush, you can use this for eyeshadow brushes and all that. I still would recommend using your regular brush egg because, as you saw a while ago, it really created a lot of fraying, and that is not exactly a good thing. So with these eye brushes, I would definitely use the regular brush egg. It may take a while to clean them up one by one with this one, but at least it's not going to damage your brush in the long run. Besides, the bristles of eyeshadow brushes don't really have that much density to them, so it wouldn't take as long to dry them up compared to drying your regular face brushes. But overall, I think if you're getting the StylPro because you want to make your life easier in terms of cleaning, it doesn't really change as much because in the end you're still going to use your brush egg with your eye brushes, and the face brushes that you use foundations with But if you're going to say that you want to cut down your drying time, then definitely the StylPro is a good investment. It really cuts your drying time to about 90%. No, that's a lot. That's a lot. With these, I am not sure where you can get them because I think you only purchase this from their website, and I do not know whether we have a reseller here in the Philippines. So I just turned to my regular shampoo, baby shampoo. It actually works. I've been using this ever since I started cleaning my brushes. Yeah, I hope you guys learned something from this one. If you're thinking about getting the StylPro, I got this in Europe. It was in Douglas, and it retails for almost 60 euros at that time. Probably about 3,000 bucks, so yeah, it's a little expensive. Do I think it's worth it for the 3,000? In terms of cleaning the brushes, not really, but in terms of drying time, yes. It depends on you whether you want to exert a little bit more effort with your brush egg and whether you're prioritizing the drying time, then the StylPro is a good investment. So that's it for my review of the StylPro.
Okay guys, that is it for my video. I hope you enjoyed my video on how to clean my brushes with StylPro. Let me know if you guys are interested in getting the StylPro. No, I do not have a discount code. No, I'm not affiliated with StylPro. I am not so sure whether it was available in another Douglas store that I went to during my trip, but I only saw it once and I never looked for it again because it's a little bit expensive. Let me know if you guys are interested with the StylPro. Are you getting it? Do you have it? What are your thoughts? Do you think it is a good investment? Leave it down in the comment section below so we can talk about that. That is it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Catch me again on my next video. If you haven't followed me yet, please follow me on my social media accounts. My Instagram is at charlenejoycesy and my Twitter is at ygodecaf. Otherwise, thank you guys again so much for watching, and I'll see you again next time. Bye. I know that I have my glasses on. Sometimes I just choose to wear my glasses because contact lenses just really dry out my already Sahara dry eyes.
2 rounds of, oh my goodness.
Oh, by the way, hi.